Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is the game between Kelazhur and viOLet on Frozen Temple. In the top left side of the map we have the blue Terran player, it is Kelazhur. And in the bottom right side of the map we have the red Zerg player, it is viOLet. So this is from Dreamhack Montreal that wrapped up a couple of weeks ago now. Do have a lot of amazing replays still from this tournament. So never fear, Dreamhack Montreal replays will continue. Woo! So a TVZ between Kelazhur and viOLet. Let's see, viOLet I think lost the last two TVZs I cast on this channel to Major. The last two TVZs featuring viOLet, not the last two TVZs I cast on this channel. And hey, a pool first here from viOLet, not a hatch first. Not an extractor first. This is a pool first. He's getting some aggression out. Meanwhile, a double barracks opening out of Kelazhur. Is Kelazhur going for the multiple Reaper opening that Polt likes to do? If he gets a third Rax here, I'm going to be very convinced. But even two is a really solid indicator that we're going to see multiple Reapers coming out here from Kelazhur. Is that a mosquito? There's a mosquito on my microphone. Get out of here, mosquito. All my doors are shut. All my windows are locked. Barracks. Coming up, third barracks here, it is going to be, in fact, be a 3 Rax Reaper out of Kelazhur. All right. So viOLet. Okay, this makes more sense. This is actually a safer build versus 3 Rax Reaper to get this pool out and then get the extractor and then get your hatch. Actually, that might have been a hatch before the extractor, but either way, about that same time, because you get queens out faster. If you go hatch first, then your pool's a little bit later, then your queens are a little bit later, and the Reapers are that much more effective. So I'm not going to name the Reapers. I know. You like the Reaper names, and I need to get through my list, but when there are 100 of them, I just can't. All right. How about this? Compromise. This first one, we're going to name this one, and the rest of them we will not name. So this, everybody, is Winona Reaper. Haha. That's a good one. I like it a lot. Winona Reaper, who is named after Winona Ryder. Wait, Winona Ryder? Yeah. Now I'm second-guessing myself. It is Winona Ryder, right? That was in Stranger Things, in Beetlejuice, in Heathers, and all those great movies from the 80s. Either way, Queen is out, and Winona is taking some shots to the face from said Queen. Lings checking for an expansion base. They don't see one. They're going to try to get up here, try to pin a Reaper. They kill a Reaper! viOLet! viOLet is doing this about as well as you possibly can. I am super impressed with this. Okay, now the Reapers do show up. They're behind a wall. Should be able to clean these Lings out here at the ramp of Kelazhur's base. The Reaper's going to chase these slow Lings down, or this Reaper is going to. Winona Reaper here with a friend trying to kill this Queen, but that's not going to happen. A Roach Warren coming up too. And there are 3 Queens out. They've got a Roach Warren coming. I think you might want to stop with the Reaper production, Kelazhur. This is not going to work out for you very well. Not going to work out. Yes, all those Lings were murdered. Okay, not all of them. There's still 2 along this left side. But don't get too confident. As soon as those Roaches come out, you're in trouble. KD8 charge, knocking one of the Queens back, and one of the best animations in the game, killing a Creep Tumor. No! What? Thought for sure that Creep Tumor was dead. Hopping into the main base, and the Reapers. This is where the insanity begins. This is where you see the Reapers hopping up and down cliffs, throwing down KD8 charges, trying to kill as many drones as possible. And so far, that is 0. That is 0 drones and 0 Queens. They did get some Lings, though, which is nice. It's just... the constant KD8 charging is actually nuts. It is really difficult to handle. After these Queens, I'm going to stop following those Reapers as they're kind of making me a little bit carsick or something. I don't know. Overlord scouting out does see a Marine. 2 Marines show up and shoo him away at the ramp of Kelazhur's base. Transfuse is keeping those Queens alive. Roaches are now here. I feel like the Reapers need to do something with their lives, but instead they're just kind of weakening. viOLet's stuff has only killed those 4 Lings and that Creep Tumor. viOLet has held this so well. About as well as you possibly can. The Marines did take down the Overlord here that was at the Kelazhur's base, so no more scouting for our friend viOLet. Knocking back. Can they get a Roach? No, they can't get a Roach there. I think they lost a Reaper. Did they lose a Reaper? 2 Reapers have been killed so far. So I assume that was Winona Reaper, maybe one of her friends. Anyway, now some Ravagers out. Oh, that extra range on the Ravagers is so darn good. So darn good. Good KD8 charge, though, hitting some of those Roaches back. It's a zoning ability right now. As a Reaper dies to that extra range on the Ravagers, they're going to keep doing this. You knock the Ravagers toward you. It's not a good look. Are these more? Okay, we're done with these, right? Kelazhur's not making any more Reapers. He's not. He's going for stim. He's going for a factory. He's settling more into a standard TVZ type strategy. A third base here for viOLet, even under all of this duress. And yeah, another Reaper dies. It's just that 6 range on the Ravagers is really good, and they're pretty fast too. 3.85 move speed, 3.15 versus the Roach. So they're faster than Roaches. They have better range than the Roaches. I forget if they have more. They have fewer hit points, but against Reapers, that's not really the concern. So Kelazhur is going to try to be annoying with these Reapers, but I think their days of being very effective are pretty much over right now. Unless they can hop inside the main somehow, because there's really not much here for viOLet. They might do this. They're trying to sneak right past the third. Nope, they're stopping to hit the third. They're trying to kill the third base, but no, it's not going to happen. KD8 charges are getting thrown down and trying to knock these guys back, but oh, Ravager actually dies to the Reapers. Didn't expect to see that whatsoever, but Kelazhur pulls back to be healed up with his combat drugs. It's just, they're not going to be that useful later on in the game, so you kind of have to use them now, I believe is what Kelazhur is going for. It's 47 to 35 Harvesters, though. viOLet is way up in worker count. He's at 81 to 70 total supply as well, which means Kelazhur technically has a bigger army, but as this third base gets saturated for viOLet, it's going to matter less and less for Kelazhur's chance at winning this game. The Reaper's trying to sneak on in. They're killing some creep tumors. They got a scan down. Some lings show up. They're actually slow lings. The viOLet skip speed altogether in order to get these Roaches and these Ravagers out more quickly. Yeah, stim finishing up for Kelazhur here as well. I need to see a really good transition out of Kelazhur. He has a lot of Marines. That's pretty good. They do have that stim. Combat shield is coming up too, and just pick up with the 2 medevacs, boost on down to the south and try to get a drop and try to get some damage done. Because, I mean, so far, 9 Lings, a Ravager, and a drone have been killed so far. viOLet has just not lost much at all. Creep Tumors, or not, Corrosive Biles landing, trying to hit those Reapers, but again, on anything that's mobile, it's just difficult. Ling scouts the drop along this bottom side. Oh, Kelazhur got so unlucky. viOLet sent a Ling out just to see what it could see. It's now a Speedling. It wasn't at the time. Oh, the Speedling surround, getting the Speedling surround, trying to get the Speedling surround, but no, hopping up on the high ground. Kelazhur stays alive with great use of KD8 charge, beautiful use of KD8 charge, and here comes Kelazhur dropping here in this main mineral line, killing drones, Lings coming around trying to get that surround. There aren't enough of them though. This is a lot of Marine, and again they do have stim. Corrosive Biles landing and trying to kill the medevac. Did he miss? Oh, I think viOLet missed with that Corrosive Bile. That was crazy times. Meanwhile, more Reapers popping into the third base, killing 4 drones there. Losing a bunch of their own number. A Ling trying to harass the third base of Kelazhur that he has landed. Does manage to kill an SCV. And the drop for Kelazhur is heading on back home. So what did you kill there, actually? 5 drones killed versus an SCV killed so far. 54 to 49 total Harvesters. Kelazhur is not actually as far back as I thought it would be after what I consider... I don't know, is it fair to say it was a failed Reaper opening? It just, viOLet did so well against it, lost so little things, but maybe the distraction was enough to help Kelazhur keep even. Here with viOLet, I don't know. I actually don't know. Medevac's trying to fly in to the main base once again. There is a Queen here trying to kill that medevac. She does kill the medevac. Bam, there's only 1 medevac left here now. And a bunch of Roaches and Ravagers. Some of these Marines I don't think they're going to fit inside the medevac, so they're going to stand and fight here anyway. There's a Spore Crawler coming up right next to the action here in the main base, and it will finish here at some point. Reapers pop into this third base and explode. Get exploded after killing 3 drones. Another attempted drop here. Queen really wants that medevac. Cannot get it. Turns to inject at the third base instead. So, after all that, I think we take a bit of a breather here. It's 54 to 65 workers in favor of viOLet. viOLet is working on Glial Reconstitution, +1 melee attack, +2 ground carapace, and an infestation pit. So I like that he's continuing to tech up. He's not getting stuck on the Roach Ravager, which we have seen from time to time. And Corrosive Biles trying to catch that medevac. It's just so hard. It's so hard to catch a boosted medevac with Corrosive Biles. It doesn't usually work out. We've seen it. I think we've seen it on the channel once or twice, but definitely once or twice out of like 800 attempts is what it feels like. Alright, where are we with this? We have Marines, we have Marauders, we have tanks, we have medevacs. Kelazhur slipping very naturally with Widow Mines into a much more standard TVZ composition. Let's just see if it works out for him. It's a Roach Ravager, going to be Infestor here eventually, or no, just went directly to Hive, did viOLet. I don't see any Infestors on the way in that production tab. Pathogen Glands is not being researched either. So alrighty then. And here we go, unloading the Marines, unloading the Marauders. The Lings scout this out, though. They try to get some kills, but that's a lot of DPS. +1/+1 has completed on those Marines and those Marauders. +1 Carapace is done with the ground units, but no attack to this point except for the missile attack. And here we go, Roach Ravager, Corrosive Bile again trying to get some hits off, just missing entirely, though. Actually, I think he killed one of his own Lings there. Another attempted drop on over here does get taken down by the Lings, and Overseer morphing in. I think he saw a Widow Mine somewhere. Did you see a Widow Mine? There's the scan. For Kelazhur, he sees that the hive is morphing in. And there's pathogen glands. Okay, so yeah, viOLet is planning on actually getting some infestors. He has 3 that just got started in that production tab. Another attempted attack up here as well from viOLet, or from Kelazhur, is rebuffed by viOLet. So I mean, this has just kind of been Kelazhur's life. He's trying to get massive attacks and do a ton of damage to viOLet's stuff, but it just doesn't work out as Lings try to attack these Marines and these Marauders. I could have told them that would be a bad idea, because they just got massacred. Another attempted Ling attack on this left side getting blown up as well. Yeah. 25 Lings have died so far. Ultralisk Cavern on the way. viOLet is just rushing Ultraman. 11 minutes in. I mean, it's not crazy fast, but it's pretty fast. Here come the tanks trying to kill some of these creep tumors, doing a pretty good job of it. The Roaches, the Ravagers. Oh, the Fungal Bile, though. Ooh, the massive fungal on those biological units here. The Ravagers not taking extra damage from the tanks. They do take damage, but they might actually have enough to make this thing work. It's going to force Kelazhur back anyway. Another attack up here from viOLet, or from Kelazhur, is getting rebuffed once again. With a few Lings and an infestor, Kelazhur is forced to retreat back home empty-handed, having killed no bases. Having not even killed that many workers, really. 8 drones have been killed so far. viOLet can live with that. But it is 68 to 66 harvesters. It is officially 4 base to 3 base. viOLet has that lead. And where are we at here? Marines, Marauders coming up the middle, trying to kill some creep tumors with the assistance of some scans. Another Ling counterattack attempted here from viOLet, trying to sneak around this right side. But the Great Wall of Supply Depots is protecting that 3rd base of Kelazhur quite nicely. Kelazhur sneaking down this left side once again with the tanks, with the Marines, with the Marauders. +2/+1 has completed, but Ultras are on the way. And you got to do something about the Ultras. Lings here, trying to knock down the Great Wall of Supply Depots. SCVs are being pulled off the line to defend and repair. Marines trying to clean out those Zerglings. But one of the supply depots might... Nope, doesn't actually fall. Does not actually fall. Meanwhile, Kelazhur's main army is here, and the Ultra pops out. Trying to get focused down by Kelazhur, and he gets it. Oh, he kills that Ultra. He kills the 4th base as well. Great timing on our Blue Terran player, killing only 3 drones, but killing that base is just what he needed. Here come the Lings, here come the Roaches and the Ravagers and the Infestors getting some fungals down. Fungal Bile happening. This 3 Ultras stuck in the back, now getting on top of the Marines and the Marauders. Corrosive Bile's trying to take down these Medivacs. Queen stabbing away at the same time. Small group of Marauders and Marines getting absolutely destroyed there. A bad rally by Kelazhur results in the death of some of his biological units. viOLet is re-establishing his 4th base right now. And we'll see how long it takes him to get there. Whew! All right, so 5th base on the way for viOLet. He's double expanding at this point to the north of his 3rd here. It is 139 to 137 total supply, 66 to 63 harvesters, and Kelazhur is taking a 4th base. Kelazhur, he's doing okay. I mean, he's getting Liberators now to deal with the Ultras. He's not going Ghost, which, again, personal preference is Ghost, but especially since there are Infestors out, maybe not. I mean, a fungal growth on top of a Ghost prevents all steady targeting from happening because it interrupts it so consistently. So maybe if you see there are Infestors on the field, you don't necessarily want to go Ghost, so I can't necessarily blame Kelazhur for that line of thinking. It makes quite a bit of sense. 5th base has popped for viOLet, but Kelazhur's here with Marines and Marauders, +2/+2 on those guys. Liberators setting up Defender mode circles. More Infestors coming up for viOLet too. The 5th hatch dies almost immediately. That was just a quick takedown. Quick takedown. No defense whatsoever. No resistance from viOLet to speak of. We've got some Lings trying to defend, maybe just to run by this 4th base, trying to make that thing happen. Somehow there's a Marauder in the middle of the map and gets destroyed by those Zerglings who have +3 and +2. The +2 being on the melee attack. We've got a Fusion Core on the way for the Kelazhur. He's not... Nah, he's going range. He's going Liberator Defender mode range. That's all it is. He's not going Battle Cruiser. Everybody get your hopes down. Although it could be Battle Cruiser. We don't know. I haven't seen this game. Spire coming up inside the natural base for viOLet. Yeah, you need Corruptors. I really think you need Corruptors to deal with these Liberators. That Liberator count is actually kind of intimidating. He's got 9. got 9 of them with another one on the way. +3 armor coming up for these biological units. +3 attack is already there. So many circles. Ravagers trying to throw down corrosive biles. They do kill 2 of the liberators, but there's still like 7 up there. This is looking really bad for viOLet. Some lings are attacking in the natural base, trying to kill as many things as they can, killing the 3rd base at the same time. Is this going to turn into a base race? These lings, what timing out of Kelazhur. He can't do anything at the 4th base. viOLet can't, because that's a planetary fortress, but he's got units attacking the front door of Kelazhur, taking down supply depots, trying to kill Marines and Marauders that are coming out here, forcing a liftoff on that 3rd base. Lings going after supply depots. Fungal Biles on top of the Liberators here. viOLet is just trying to slowly whittle down this army. I don't know if he can really attack it head on, but he's certainly going to try. Going for it now. The Ultras on top of everything. Corrosive Biles landing and killing a Liberator. Is it enough? Still 2 Liberators here. Kelazhur picking up, boosting out. Might try to threaten this main base. Lings taking out most of the supply depots in the Great Supply Depot Wall of China. Trying to re-expand here is viOLet. Did he win that somehow? Oh, losing the hatch. You can't replant when there's Terran stuff flying by there, can you? No. No. It turns out that is a pretty bad idea. Oh. Where else are we looking at here? We've got +3 melee attack being researched by viOLet. There it is. There's that range. Advanced ballistics. Advanced ballistics on the way. Liberators setting up that shop, defending the main ramp up to his side here is Kelazhur. viOLet does not want to walk through those circles. He's got ultras, but since they can't shoot up and since they take a lot of damage from Liberators, you really don't want to go there. viOLet reestablishing his 5th base. It has popped very nicely. 4th base is not quite there yet. It's 40 to 52 Harvesters. That's a lot of dead workers. 29 SCVs killed in that counterattack of Lings by viOLet earlier. Trying to take a sticky base over here is Kelazhur at the top right, but there's a Ling waiting and ready to go. Hit squad of Marines and Medivacs here to take down this 5th base, and it's going to die. Gonna die. These only question is, will the drones get out of there alive? And they do, because most of the army does show up for viOLet, but the Marines are a little bit too fast. They managed to escape. Planetary Fortress is upgrading and actually canceled. Kelazhur lifting off this command center in the top right and sending it even further to the top right. Apparently so. Wait a second. Is Frozen Temple like a space station of some kind, or is it like... Is it a space platform? Or is that just wind and snow? Just wind and snow. I don't know. Either way, viOLet is getting Corruptors +1 ship weapons coming up for Kelazhur. The Defender mode ability is benefited by that attack. Ling run by fails miserably as all the Lings get massacred where they stand. Giant bloodstains on the ground. Ling here blocking the Planetary Fortress or the command center from landing back in the top right here. The power of a single Ling, man. Pretty darn good. I think StarCraft had a thing where it was like, just land the command center and kill the Zergling. Just crush it. Derp. But you know, video game logic is going to be video game logic. So Corruptor flying around now with viOLet's army. I do love that so very, very much. He has 8 of them on the field. I don't know if all of them are here. There we go. Something coming over. Corrosive Biles landing a little bit prematurely here. Kelazhur looking a little bit like Polt. A little bit like Polt. The Ling run by up the middle of the map here. What? Ling's just getting right on top of stuff, trying to kill supply depots. The Liberators throwing up Defender mode circles to kill them. And I mean, I know it's overkill, but it works. Defender mode fire rate is pretty good. Pretty good. All right, coming up on almost 20 minutes in this game. I can't believe this started out with a 3-Racks Reaper. Those games usually end fairly quickly, but one way or the other. But Kelazhur, despite the fact that it didn't go too well, is doing fine. He's really doing fine right now. Corruptors are trying to kill those Liberators, but Marines trying to take them out of the sky. Corruptors saying there's too much stuff, too many Marines on the ground, too many Liberators in the air. Ultra killing a couple Marines and Marauders that got too far outside the circle of safety, which is what Terran players call it. I think Zerg and Protoss call it circle of death, if you want to be exact. Yep, setting up those Defender mode circles, just slowly leapfrogging forward. It is the siege ability that Terran players are so familiar with. Attacking this 4th base once again. viOLet's just going for it, you guys. viOLet sending his whole army up, says, I can't deal with these Liberators. Let's do this thing. Attacking the third base, attacking the natural base. Lings right on top of the supply depots, trying to wall things off. Liberators getting killed by Corruptors here, the ones that are trying to defend, and we're base racing it, man. Kelazhur going for the third base, taking that sucker down as well. I think he might go for the fifth base at the same time. Violet, wait, Violet's coming back. Violet's coming back. Command center here for Kelazhur is going to burn to death. Oh, Mule landing, possibly gonna save it here. Corruptors trying to kill Medivacs as best as they can. Ultras, Ravagers, Infestors throwing down fungal growths. But no, it's just great positioning by Kelazhur here at the top of the ramp. And I don't think that Violet has it. I don't think he has it in him here. The Corruptors are doing pretty well. Yeah, that's it. The GG out of Violet. Violet is defeated. And Kelazhur is victorious, giving Terran a nice win on Frozen Temple. I don't know what Violet's deal is, you guys. Violet's lost 3 straight TVZs in a row. And maybe I'm wrong about Violet's abilities in StarCraft 2. I don't know. I mean, that was still an amazing hold on that 3-Rax Reaper. I'm not going to complain about that. I felt like he did a great job rebuffing most of the attacks, but once those Liberators came in, he just didn't know what to do. He got some Corruptors, didn't really have enough to handle them. The Ravager count wasn't high enough. That extra range, that range ability, the advanced ballistics that Liberators get is absolutely essential. Terran players get that. Get it if you can. I know you have to get a fusion core for it, but it's totally worth it. It makes dealing with your Liberators a giant pain for both Protoss and Zerg. All right, so that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.